Okay, Team SoundLess against Team Arthas. Number 4 against number 5 today. Team Arthas is currently in 4th place here in the Masters Clash. And Team SoundLess is in 5th place. Yeah, for a second I wasn't quite sure anymore. But yeah, so these two are going up on Playday number 3 of the Masters Clash in another best of 5 series. Some of you might be wondering a little bit, like, wait a second, weren't those two teams supposed to be roughly on place 5, place 6? And yes, that's definitely true. But one of the top 4, Chili Mountain, they had a pretty tough opening. They played against 30k and they played against the Donuts, and they lost both of those matches. So they're kind of supposed to be the team that comes in 4th place and maybe pushes into the top 3. But since they went up against some of the toughest opponents in the league, they're currently on rank number 6, I believe. But that might change soon. But these two teams that you're seeing right now, those are the ones that want to push into the top 4. So if Team Arthas, for example, comes in and can take them down, that would be a big step towards that goal. SoundLess, they of course want to prevent this. Both of the teams have ambition to breaking into the top half of the ranking, of the standings here. But yeah, the best of 5 Heroes of the Storm series that we're going to see in a few seconds is going to show us that. So we got our first pick in, as we have bans on Malfurion and Uther, plus also Sonya and Chromie, which means Medivh is open. So first of all, we're getting Lucio for some quick rotations. With the boop, he can also control the portal a little bit. If you're going up against the potential Medivh pick, then of course you need to at least have a couple of heroes in mind that can really deal well with portals in general and just lock that down. But off we go. Brightwing comes in. Johanna for the wave clear. And yep, we get the Fruit Fly. Okay. Now, next two picks here. Is someone gonna lock in the Medivh pick, yes or no? This is another map where you can easily play him. He has good rotations going on. Varian is coming in. Now, that makes Medivh even more interesting for Team Arthas, because if you're going for a Varian setup, you want to play around the taunt and you want to burn a target down very, very quickly. If you get that shield from Medivh and then even the portal, you can most of the time save the target without any huge problems. Of course, the ban phase is now coming in too, which means there's a chance for Team SoundLess to ban it out. Map bans were Curse and Braxis. So Curse Toller was banned by Team Arthas because, well, they don't want to go up against those Viking shenanigans. And the Nexus Batman also gets banned. The man with the mask. No Rexa on this one. And our last ban. Medivh or no Medivh? Do you gamble? Or do you just say, like, okay, we ban something else? They ban Cassia. And I'm looking at this lineup and like, boys, come on. Someone drop Bird Boy and make sure that Varian's taunt is not gonna get any value here. There's always like the thing, if you don't really have someone that plays Medivh on a high enough level or you're not confident in your abilities to play around it, that can make it quite tricky. Gul'dan, and there's the Medivh pick. And honestly, that one, mit Ansage. Like, the only way why you wouldn't pick Medivh here is because you really have nobody in your lineup that can play him. And that seems crazy on this level of play. It's baffling to me that the blue team didn't ban Medivh but instead banned Cassia. Because if you're playing a Varian lineup, and especially on Tomb of the Spider Queen, you kind of want to do that. Now, the pick into Junkrat is obvious because, well, it's at least one of the priority picks. You have good interrupts against any channel on the objective, and on top of that, you also can control the portal of Medivh even further when he plays down the mine. Once he sets the portal up, if anybody steps through, you can try and just like isolate them. But still, Medivh should make a lot of the plays that Varian is going to try and pull off here pretty useless. We got Tigers together with it, so potentially bigger they are in the rhythm. Either way, the minigun is going to burn it down. And here comes Urel on the last setup for Stork. So guys, that sets us up. Game number 1 in the best of 5. Our Heroes of the Storm series between Team SoundLess and Team Arthas is going to start off on Tomb of Spider Queen. So let's jump in without further ado. SoundLess against Team Arthas. Game number 1, Tomb of the Spider Queen. On the left side, Hydra on Hogger. For Team SoundLess, we got Shamzik on Lucio, Nenopi on Tychus, Ice Cream on Varian, and Farlander is playing Junkrat. On the right side of the map, Stork is playing Urel for Team Arthas. We got Morenas on Gul'dan, Denado on Jonas, Skill on Brightwing, and Limu is playing Medivh. Okay, let's get the show going. Level 1 on the prowl for Hogger. And there's a little bit of a grudge match too. I mean, again, these are both teams, Russian, Ukrainians, are both playing in this one. So it's going to be super interesting to see which one takes the lead here. So a little bit of a rivalry between the two of them, I would imagine. On level 1, we're going the Chaotic Energy again. We've seen the Drain build on this map a couple of times now already. Of course, we can keep an eye on Limo and the stacks that he's getting with Medivh here. The baseline is going to be super important for him, especially since towards level 10 you want to lock that in if you can, to make sure that your opponent can't take you down. I mean, level 10 is maybe a bit early, but it depends on how much brawling you're going to see here. Either way, it's party time. And towards the top, the 1 versus 1 at the bot lane is of course happening, but here at the top we're going to see our 4 versus 4 rotation between the lanes. Jojo's going to do a lot of that with the Condemn. You can already see Junkrat with the mines just like pushing them back, and thanks to Medivh and his portals, the quick rotations are still possible. But you have to be careful. With portal control through Junkrat, through Lucio, it's not really an easy time to set this up. And, well, Johanna already experiencing this firsthand. I mean, there's grenades coming, everything. They're just throwing everything in that corridor to try and slow them down and do a bit of additional damage. So it's kind of nasty. Down to the bottom of the map, Hydra and Stalk, they are still playing the 1 versus 1 setup. And as it happens, we are getting some solid gems together for both teams. But of course, both still have to work on that first turn in. I mean, again, it's still early here. We got the 1 minute mark passing, so we have got the bruiser camps up. Nobody is making an immediate play for the siege giants at the bottom. Instead, we're seeing them just simply moving in and trying to take the bruiser camp and push through the middle a little bit with it. So that's the first one. Yeah, a little bit of an extra poke with Junkrat is always possible, but the camps even collide in the map, so they weren't timed either. We try to collapse onto the bot lane though, and Hydra is eating a bit of damage, but he's still totally fine here. We now have In the Rhythm on level 4, and of course this is where Taunt comes in. So now we're really starting to look at Varian and think about what can he pull off here. 6 stacks for Medivh, not a whole lot, so not a lot of aggressive stacking in the early game, which is going to make it a bit more tricky for him in the mid game to yeah, just pay attention and not die there. Has to play passive for a bit longer, I suppose. But, well, either way, down to the bottom of the map, we got Shamzik and Stalk already still playing this one out, but as you can see, Hogga's just pogging it out completely, and Hydra with an easy lock on the Siege Giant camp is now helping the team to push the bot lane and try and take this one. Now, the Drain build also continues, but Morenas gets attacked, taunted, and is alive. He is still able to survive through all of that. Nenopio only got 4 stacks towards his level 4 talent too, and they're quickly trying to rotate down to the bottom of the map to help the rest of the team out and maybe even get the drop on Hydra. So far that hasn't really worked out. Both of the teams are now slowly but steadily getting towards the amount of gems they need for the first Webweaver wave. But Brightwing, a bit in trouble, still playing around the portal, nicely done. 4 versus 4, at least for now. And Hydra is also taking tons of damage, as they're still playing around with Hogga. And now on level 4, also the aggro range for him. 9 stacks for Taika, it's not really a whole lot. So the early stacking is not going that well for him. So Ice Cream gets attacked now too. They're even trying to chase him with a portal, but they are not able to make a real dent into the defense here. Farlander is helping him out from the top. And Shamzik was already on his way too. So they're still playing in the mid lane a little bit around this. We got 17 gems already turned in. And as it happens, both of the solo laners still hold on to theirs. So if they are able to escort them, that would be great. The problem is that Stalk gets attacked, taunted, and killed. And that is 17 gems down the drain. Limo was attempting to move in and recover them, but he couldn't make it work. And that is a first lead for SoundLess. Not only did they get the kill, but they also denied all of the gems to Team Arthas. So a really, really big step into the right direction for them in this first game here. Junkrat is still all the way up at the top. He, of course, is going to be one of the main tools to also interrupt channel attempts by Team Arthas whenever there's need. Yeah, another attempt, by the way, as the flashlight comes in from Johanna, so they're trying to delay them for as long as they possibly can. But there it is. The Blue Web Weavers are going to descend first, and that is the opening that Team SoundLess needed. So with half a level of a lead, if they can make this work, that would be great. The problem is that Hydra gets attacked. Also, Medivh was a little bit low here. 24 stacks for him, and he goes straight into bird mode, because if he dies in that situation, that would be more than a little bit annoying. So, yep. Off we go. 1 kill to 0. They're coming straight through the bot lane now. We still have a split with Hogger and Junkrat in the middle and up at the top. But the main aggression is down at the bottom right away. Let's go. 5-man to 4-man defense here. And so far they're doing well. The problem is that Hogger is crushing the mid lane with the Web Weavers. And Junkrat at the top is really giving Morenas a run for his money. So, yep, they're doing some decent damage with the first one. They're not really going for a fort yet, but as long as they can take some of these fountains out and at least break through the wall, that's a pretty important step. Especially since they're getting closer and closer to level 10. And uh-oh, Morenas in trouble, gets saved, but he still dies, and that is 18 gems. Stork comes in and recovers pretty much all of it. But of course, that puts them even further in the lead, especially with the level 10 now. So, yeah. That is getting a bit crazy. Okay, so down to the bottom of the map. We got Hydra and Farlander in. Yeah, they got their level 10 and they're 11 gems short of another turn in. Just 11. So, yeah. With level 10 abilities, that should be another turn in for them. Or, well, if it isn't another turn in, it should be at least a lot of secured gems. Because if you use that bit of a window that you have now to ensure that you're getting a good setup, then that's all that you really need to do here. And I think that's what eventually is going to happen, because we're seeing them already moving here into the middle, but they're still waiting for the level 10 on the other side. So they're actually missing out on an opportunity to save some of the gems here. The problem is always that if you die later and you're starting to drop them, then, well, that lead is just gone. And there's the level 10 on both sides. We got the ley line, 32 stacks for Medivh, so Limo started to do a solid work and is soon going to be done with this baseline and can then play a bit more aggressive too. 28 gems for Stork. There's the taunt. They go for the Nado and they're coming in. Horrify could also still be dropped if they need to. But they're just going for Urel again. And Hydra's coming in now with some extra damage against the Space Goat. But yeah, they're pushing them out and they're creating some space for the boys to turn in. And so far, this is starting to look really good for the blue team. I mean, Farland... Oh, nice! The interrupt. That was a close call. 35 gems have already been turned in. That would have been real close. And here comes the next attack. They're going for the taunt again. Leyline is set up. Limo on the way back out. 34 gems. He needs to be real careful now. Dude, you're so close. You're so close. The Blessed Shield is out to 39 gems. And he gets away. Yeah, he should be able to complete that. No problem. And he does. He does. They're going with a Horrify straight up for Varian. And that's a kill. Varian is down. Good for them. Still only a few gems short of a turn. And it seems like Farlander is going to get it. Blue Webby Wave is going to come down. Varian, of course, dead is going to maybe impact the value that they're going to get out of this objective. But they're going for Farlander now. And yeah, it's actually a really nice step back into the game for Team Arthas. I mean, first of all, it was important that Medivh completes this quest. Good stacking also now for Tychus. He had a bit of trouble in the first few engages to get any stacks, but now he's sitting at 45, so that it will help to accelerate the process a little bit and really extend the minigun duration. He's at 25,000 damage too, so it really shows here. But now they can, with the second turn-in that they now have, push through. And that's 2 turn-ins in a row. And of course, the game is still the same. We need to make sure... Jojo! Yeah, no taunt left anymore, but if Denado goes down with 20 gems, you can imagine how bad of a situation that would be for Team Arthas. They already lost a few gems earlier. But, yep, let's go. Right there. They're moving straight down towards the middle, but the fort is already gone, and Urel at the bottom is also playing the super safe. With 34 gems, he needs to. And there it is, the taunt, and Urel is saved for now. The ley line is up. They can try to turn it. Level 13 for Team SoundLess, but Lucio is dead. 2 of the forts have been destroyed. There's 78 gems in the hands of Team Arthas. They need to turn in now. They finally got the double kill here. It's 2 kills against 2, but if that is not the moment to bring this back, then I don't know what is. I mean, you are in a position where you might even get another kill. They're looking at it. Here comes the taunt, Horrify, and bam! Tychus is toast. Wow. Jojo's going a little bit deep here too. Really trying to go for Farlander and nearly murdering him as well. 60 hit points. Denado went deep for this one, but of course it also cost them a lot of time, so they weren't able to turn in. Now, they can do that now, or at least they can try to. It's level 13 talents versus 13, and they're collapsing onto the turning point right away. With Tychus still dead, there's a chance. But they really need to make this work, especially Stork wants to turn in. He has 36 gems, that's way too much. Hogger is pogging it away, Hydra! Yeah, blessed shields, not really the value we're looking for. But as long as they can turn in, they're going to be fine. But look how annoying the blue team is. They have so many interrupts, so many range abilities that they can use. So Ice Cream gets attacked. There's a taunt. They're putting him into a corner, quite literally. But the damage is still there. And now with Tychus back to business, they're going immediately for Urel. The ley line only catching Lucio, but as long as Stork gets out, they're going to be Gucci. 37 gems. And yep, they're making their exit. It doesn't really change the fact that we are looking at a setup in which the red team has not gotten a single turn in yet. Whereas Team SoundLess has already delivered the correct amount of gems twice. So it's kind of nasty. Because for now it's 2 kills to 3. The damage output between Gul'dan and Tychus isn't really that far off. And what else are we going to get here? The push through the middle with the camp. Same is happening on the blue team side, so they're going to try to do the same thing here too. And yep, that's the move for the turn-in point again. Slightly inexperienced for the blue team. It's a really nice start into the series. Again, these guys are neck and neck in the standings. So there's a lot on the line here. I mean, not only a bit of a grudge match as I explained earlier, but also, of course, the question which one of the teams will have the better setup in the league. They're actually on the same amount of matches won and lost. The only thing the only reason why Team Arthas is above Team SoundLess is because they won an additional map. That's all there's to it. They have a better map score. That's all that really happened here. So this match is hugely important for both of them. I mean, really, really important. So, well, at this point, let's straight go for it. Denardo's already trying to turn in. Oh, careful. Ah, Urel. Every time. She's so close. But those grenades, I mean, they're even popping Odin for this one. They're doing, I mean, seriously, they're doing everything they can to prevent that turn-in. And now, of course, they have the level 16, which is one of the main reasons why they're trying to delay it, because they knew they had the talent advantage, or they would have it at some point. And thanks to the fact that they destroyed 2 of the forts, that also means that the fountains are gone. All of them, actually, even the one at the top lane where the fort still stands. So mid lane sustain is a problem. And right now, they can turn in again. That's 3 turn-ins in a row. Yep, blue web weavers, everybody. 3rd time in a row. Now, the good news for Team Arthas is that they're still holding on to their gems. Gems are your ticket back in the game. But just imagine if Team SoundLess is able to push in and get a couple of kills, take some of these gems away, and then work on another turn-in. Stork in particular has 47, so that's a solo turn-in. Not yet, but soon enough. Yeah, and they go for him, of course. So he plays this out. They got their own level 16, so for the defense, this is going to be hugely impactful. Full-on drain build, by the way. We get the Darkness within on 16, but even on 13, the Harvest Life is in. And off we go. Level lead now for Team SoundLess. And here we have it. The engage, and can they get the kill? Oh, Hogger. Hogger gets away with a Hoarder pulled. Makes it out. Mid lane gets attacked. Webweaver is nearly down at the bottom of the map. They're already nibbling at the wall towards the keep too. The quick rotation down there, and it's Gul'dan who's trying to burn it away with the wave clear that he brings to the table. They still need to deal with the top, but they're actually doing really well on the defense. Now, they are taking damage, so there's no doubt about that. They're losing their walls. It's a big problem. Junkrat is even pushing the bot lane further out. At the top, they're taking another Webweaver down, but the fight is happening here in just a second as the ley line gets set up, and they're trying to make the play for Varian, who's already low. Odin is up again. Farlander is sitting at the side here, and they're going for the battle. They really feel they need to make a big step now, and they're trying to chase them down with the portals. Portal control is all nice and well, but so Ice Cream is in trouble. Lucio's the first one to fall, and Varian dies too. 1 kill, 2 kill. Make it a triple, baby. 3 are dead, and, well, that's that. But now they can also try to chase Tychus, which they do. And it's another kill for them. Wow, Team Arthas is stepping it up big time. And Farlander, he's also not going to make it. He tries for the counter kill, but he doesn't get it either. And even if he does, yeah, nice! The problem is that all of the gems are going to be lost. all of those gems are gonna be lost. Farlander has 22. He buys an enormous amount of time. But we still have an attack for the boss up at the top. And Junkrat, he has now finally died. So all of the remaining gems that they still had are gone. Now, again, they had 3 turn-ins already, where we have 137 gems in the hands of Team Arthas. So they go for the boss, they're gonna get it, and then they can also go for the turn-in. And the blue team, they didn't lose too many of their gems, because they already turned in 3 times. So it's not like they lost a massive amount or anything. But this is now finally an opportunity for the red team to make a bit of a dent into the defense of Team SoundLess. Structurally speaking, they haven't taken anything down yet, and they suffered a lot of damage already as is. But now, 15 minutes in, the boss is pushing, the web weavers are coming down, they're going for the camp at the same time. This is really the moment when you're trying to do work. And Junkrat is not back for another 10 seconds. So, yep, there's that. In comes the push, they're starting to go for it. And a few of the forts should fall. I mean, you really need to do work with this one. They're ignoring the bot lane more or less. They're just letting the web weaver do its thing. The catapults are going to slow it down a little bit, but at least the fort at the top is gone. The boss still has a couple of hit points left. And they now can start to move through the middle, especially since Hogger is barely escaping here. Of course, they are hoping to do more work. But this is a camp and the web weavers pushing now through the middle of the map. So the least amount of damage you want to do is take 2 of the forts down. That's a minimum. The leading experience, of course, now also goes to Team Arthas, thanks to that team wipe that they had. I mean, it's our 8 kills to 2, obviously. And the bottom web weaver is probably going to take this single-handedly, so all of the forts should fall. But in the middle of the map, they're trying to go for, maybe not quite keep, but at least the wall, you know? You want to get the wall here, and that's probably what they're going to get. So, level 20 is close too. And let's not forget, they got another turn-in. Easily. They pretty much got 2 more turn-ins if they don't lose any gems, pick a few more up, and can technically turn in 3 times in a row. Bottom fort has also fallen, so more or less the situation is now even in structures. There's the level 20 ability. And yeah, they can do some serious damage now if they are able to turn in again. That's one of the things that Team SoundLess missed. They turned in 3 times, but they weren't able to take any keeps down. And now they have to wait for the X-spawning again. But with level 20 now on both sides, the turn-in could be successful. They're trying. They have 123 gems already. That's an easy second turn-in. It's no problem. They're not even close. And of course, they got another turn-in afterwards. It's going to be web weaver after web weaver, weaver after web weaver. One after another here. Yeah, Hydra. I mean, thankfully for him, they haven't really found out where exactly he was, or they might have been able to cut his way a path of retreat off. Team Arthas, they got a big chance here. They got the objective coming in, and the lanes haven't really been pushed out yet by Team SoundLess either. At least not here in the middle. And that's, of course, where they're focusing their attention first. Top and bot lane is a bit of a different setup. Yeah, do we see the taunt? Not just yet. Space Goat is jumping in again, and here comes the Odin for the defense. Now, first of all, we got also the Summer Anthem. We got the no control again, and the big red button is in too. And they're burning the web weaver down very, very quickly with the help of the ult. So that's good for them. But, yeah, bot lane and top lane, that's where a few of the waves are already amassing, the minion waves, and they can play around that too. It's a decent defense, though. It's too difficult to break through them. They're trying to go for a kill against the Ice Cream, and they got him low. Web weavers at the bot lane, on the other hand, are starting to make some serious work on the keep and could technically start to damage it soon too, especially since the fight continues here in the middle. The interesting part is also that we still got 45 gems for some of these heroes that they're holding here. Denado is sitting at 45. Keep at the top has taken some damage. Junkrat is dealing with the remaining few minions that are coming in. Keep in the middle, a little bit of damage too. Not a lot. Not a crazy amount or anything. But yeah. And with 54,000 against 78,000, we got a clear winner on the damage battle. Tychus, spoiler alert. No surprise given the ult. But then again, another turn-in is possible. 80 gems in the hands of Team Arthas, but it's all about the fight now. They want kills. The ley line, and there it is. Triple ley line, and Gul'dan misses his ult. The Horrify didn't realize it. He goes for the triple Horrify, and it gets negated by the Medivh ult. And now Denado's in trouble. But so is Hogger. Hogger is also low, and Hogger, no way. Hogger makes it out. The Junkrat ult nearly gets the kill, but they're saving everyone. The portal is there every time. Medivh with such a huge impact here. Again, Medivh, it's always the same thing. He gets played in one game and then everybody decides that it was a really dumb idea to let him through the draft and they're starting to ban him out again. But holy hell, some of these ults, first of all, the overlap between the Leyline and the Horrify, then Junkrat was trying to get a kill with his Riptire, couldn't get it either because the portal was always there and zip, the target was just gone. And now, of course, it's all about the next turn-in. And honestly, the blue team isn't really all that far away from getting another turn-in either. They had 50 gems, another 15, and they are ready for the next one. Hogger is already at the bottom of the map trying to get the Siege Giants. And over here, we still got a Catapult doing damage on the keep. So there's tons of pressure all over the place. Team Arthas is trying to turn in again. And yep, Brightwing is making it happen. Another Web Weaver wave. But to be absolutely fair, I think that the setup for the blue team isn't that bad for defense. Because they pushed most of the lanes out already. Especially the bot lane. So if anything, then the top lane might be a bit in trouble. And just look at how well they are timing the Bruiser camp too. They're doing a lot of work just simply around camp timings and lane pushing. That should help them with an easy defense. I mean, if you look at the minimap right now, you'll quickly understand how difficult it is for Team Arthas to get serious damage done. Unless, of course, they win the team fight. Yeah, that's the big question now. Can they? Urel is trying to engage from the side, flanking in and attempting to isolate someone. So far, it hasn't really worked out for her. Web Weavers are pushing this out, and there's the ley line. Odin, again, time and time again, they're going for Odin. Nice push. This might be the kill, and yes, it is. The double kill. Oh my god. What the fuck? The double kill against Lucio and against Varian. And then the big boy damage. Check this out. Junk fucking Red coming in and crushing them. Now they still have to defend and the keep is down, but Junkrat with a big triple kill here. Holy hell. That was insane. Absolutely insane. But still the first keep has now fallen. First keep is down. They defended everything else. They couldn't really end here. At least they decided that they wouldn't try. But oh my god, now that the boss is up, there's of course a big window. Even with 3 heroes alive only, Jojo can come in and try and delay them a bit, but there's nobody else around to help her out. Brightwing, once that she comes back, is going to be able to portal in, but I don't think that they have enough time for that. But unbelievable. That Junkrat play. Wow. That was the big change in this one. Brightwing is here. They got Brightwing now. They might not be able to go for the boss. Can they steal it? No, I don't think they can. But that was still a good move. So they were able to force them away from the boss thanks to Brightwing and the Global and the rest of the team coming through. But, whew. Yeah, we're going for the turn-in. Leyline, back again. Medivh cheating, as usual. Yeah, uh-oh, careful, Urel. The taunt, the shield. And the Horrify. They were trying to catch Lucio with it, but Morenas couldn't quite get that done. And now they're on the move back again, which obviously opens the turn-in up for Team SoundLess. Yeah, they can go for the turn-in point now. And they got enough gems. They're sneaking Junkrat down to the bottom. Farlander's 35, and he delivers. Blue Web Weavers, 24 minutes into the game, everybody. 24 minutes in. Time to go. 75,000 damage for Gul'dan, but check out Tychus. 103,000 already. Our boy just joined the 6-digit club. Big hero damage from him. Farlander again with a little bit of side damage here. Okay, they're trying to go for Urel at the front again. Web Weavers. I mean, look how deep into Red Team's territory they are spawning. This is going to be at least a keep. Junkrat is pushing the bot lane out. This keep is going to fall for sure. And in the middle, this one is also taking a bit of a beating. Top side doesn't look all that great either, so they're defending this one nicely. But at the bottom of the map, it's going to be much, much more difficult. Yeah, keep is going to fall. Well, is it? Can they save that one? Damn! Junkrat should try and get a couple of nades through, but the one in the middle has fallen. If Farlander at any point gets close enough, he's going to be able to make it work. Denado was hoping for a blessed shield here, but he couldn't get that. And now with big red button active once again, they are pushing this one out too, trying to get another keep destroyed. Team Arthas is falling farther and farther behind. They need a big team fight. They need a big win. They need kills, and they need them quickly. And right now, it's not looking good for them. No. They lost 2 of their keeps. And the one at the bottom with the catapult now pushing in, if that connects, the keep is gone. So they are looking for the fight. The red team knows the only thing that can save them the game is they are going for a fight and they take it. So they're desperately trying to force that battle. And it doesn't look great. They can chase with Medivh a little bit, but the keep at the bot lane is soon going to fall. If he dies, if Morenas goes down on Gul'dan, it's a nightmare. But here comes the Horrify, and Hoga is dead. Is that the turn? Can they turn it right here? Bottom keep is about to fall. This one is not going to make it. The keep is gone, but can they chase them? Can they chase them and maybe end the game? They gotta do something. They gotta do for core, maybe for the bottom keep, whatever they do. Maybe boss. Boss is an option, of course, too. You have to make a call. Do you go for the bottom keep? Do you go for the boss? Do you try to end it with this? Who's defending against the catapults? And they go boss. They go for the boss. They're trying to take this one right here. They have an opportunity. A boss at 26, 27 minutes into the game is an absolute monster. But there's also catapults coming in. Guys, it's Winion time. They could even try to backdoor a little bit. At this point, they're not sending Farlander down to the bottom of the map. Instead, they're posturing around the boss. They're putting the Odin back to the test here. But if boss is leashing, that's a problem. Yeah, that's an issue. That should be game. Unless they can get a kill. Unless they can... Oh my god, and they do. Farlander is down, but the core gets attacked. The catapults, the Winion. Someone needs to hearth, and it is Stork. Stork is hearthstoning. The core is falling, and it's falling quickly. It's Winion time, baby. He tries to get it connected, and he does. The damage is there. 58% on the core, but they save it. They got the Junkrat kill, and that one was important. But they let the boss go. And now the question is, do they try it again? And yes, they are. They have Urel in the middle defending. They need to send her down to the bottom of the map. And now you got to go for the boss. This is your only chance. If you don't take it here, but the problem is with 58% on the core, your opponent can literally try to backdoor you. And they're going to try and play around that. So they're going for the boss here. They're hearthstoning. He's going to cancel the hearth cancel over and over until they know what exactly is happening. This could be a play for core. Once the boss is taken, it's going to march directly to end it. And then the red team just have to defend. They got to defend. They got to make a choice now. Camp is taken. They're pushing in. Here comes the play for core. They need to defend. Jojo's already back. Boss is going to end it. If nobody on the blue team side is going to go for the defense, the boss is going to end the game. But they're falling back. And now you have to prevent the hearth. Now you chase the blue team and you're trying to prevent the hearthstone here. The ley line doesn't hit anything. Junkrat is already up at the top, so one of the guys is defending. Core is going to get attacked, but it's only the camp. But the camp is not really a problem. It's the catapult down here that really scares the living shit out of me. Brightwing is trying to deal with it, and Brightwing really, really needs to hurry the fuck up, or this thing is gone. So there's tons of damage here. Boss is already on the core, and oh boy, what a game one! What a game! Seriously. 56% on the red team's core, and here comes the play. The boss, too strong, 12 kills to 6. They're coming in for the win. Gul'dan is down, but so is the core. Team Arthas with the lead in the best of 5 Heroes of the Storm series. What a first game in this best of 5. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Okay, game number 2. Dragonshire is the map chosen by Team Arthas. Sick opening into the series. This is exactly what I want from this best of 5. Like, both of them playing close games. Honestly, in an ideal world, of course, we get a 5 mapper, but even if it's a 3-0, as long as the games are on the caliber of what we just saw and as close, then I'm a happy panda. So, we'll see. Because right now, we got our Chromie ban again, and after game number 1, the question is, of course, once again, what happens with Medivh. They didn't ban him out, and to be fair, they ban him now, but they got pretty close to winning the game anyways. They had a lot of good control around the portal. Limo played a nice Medivh, on the other hand, opened up a lot of opportunities, and there were tons of saves with a good shield. And as I mentioned during the draft already, if you're playing a combo with Varian and you're relying on taunt, then of course you're going to try and yeah, shut it down with Medivh. So it was a bit weird that he wasn't banned out in the 3rd spot at least. But either way, Hoga gets banned, so they don't... It's pretty much just get... It's Hydra that gets banned out all the time. It's one of the reasons why they also banned the map Cursed Hollow, because of all the heroes that Hydra can play there, Vikings included. Now we got an immediate Uther pick since he wasn't targeted in the ban phase. And, well, that could be our Uther main tank, so we could get the double support set up once more. But, of course, next question is what we're going to get top line for Stalk. That's honestly the biggest question right now. If they're going to play around... Well, we got Sonya and Falstad. Okay, so there's already a couple of global heroes that they have, so they can have Sonya up at the top lane and play her in the 1 versus 1. Falstad can fly up into one of the bushes and then try and gank up on the target, whoever is on the other side. So yeah, good for them. But, well, let's go. Because this is still a map where I could see Hydra just like throwing a bit of a curveball. But there it is. Batman is in. Rexa. And Stukov. So, we already got our double support set up. We got Rexa for the top lane. Still one of the, if not the best top laner for Dragonshire. If you're solely focusing on a 1 versus 1 on this map with the objective, he pretty much wins it every single time. Because he can hold the experience on lane and the objective at the same time, thanks to Misha. But of course, that's what Falstad is for. You want to have rotations against Rexa to punish him for that. And team fights are also often a little bit of a different story. But at least as far as the 1 versus 1 setup goes, Rexa takes this. But that's why you play mobile heroes. That's why you're playing globals. Because you want to make sure that Rexa gets punished whenever he moves a little bit too far out. You have Falstad flying into the bushes I mentioned earlier. Jump out together with Sonya. And then all of a sudden you got a kill coming in. Now, we got Jojo banned out and Genji gets banned. Genji pretty much banned because they want to save Morena, so Genji is a really nice hero to counter Falstad and put pressure on him and shut down a lot of the plays that Falstad wants to pull off here. So, especially with Uther and a Divine Shield, Genji becomes even more dangerous, so it makes a whole lot of sense to ban him and keep Falstad safe. We got Lucio and Mei in for them now. And the last 2 picks for our boys here in blue. So... what are we going to get from Nano P and from Farlander? We still need the range damage. We haven't seen anything for them yet. Tracer. Tracer against the Birdie. We've seen that matchup a couple of times too. I don't have a Malfurion together with it. He got banned, but Uther is still kind of neat. And Zagara. We had her once on this map. Zagara is back to business. Uther as the main tank. Rex on the side lane. And then Zagara for the lane push. And Tracer is going to try and farm Falstad as much as she can. Now, how does the red team react? They are ahead in the series. They've taken the lead in our Heroes of the Storm match. Playday number 3. Masters Clash. Yeah, last but not least, it is Sylvanas. Alright, it's 2 heroes that Tracer is going to home in on. Dragonshire, everybody. Let's jump straight in and see if Team SoundLess can bring it back or if Team Arthas is able to extend their lead to a 2-0 in his best of 5. Well, let's go. Game number 2, Hydra, here in Dragonshire on Rexa. So Ice Cream on Uther, Nano P on Zagara, we got Farlander on Tracer, and Shamzik is playing Uther in our second game of the Heroes of the Storm series. We got Stalk on Sonya for the red team. They're in the lead after a pretty intense match on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Skilla on Lucio. Limo and Sylvanas. Denardo is playing Mei. And Morenas on the Birdie. I gotta be careful. That Tracer is definitely gonna try and go for a kill here. A lot of wave clear, of course, on the other side too. Zagara coming in with a corpse feeder as of now. And we got the frequent flyer once again. Yeah, get those miles and more points. So, let's get the party started. I mean, first of all, you're going to go for the creep spread. You want to try... Oh, actually, they're going to go for the first kill, and they're getting it too. Someone is a bit tilted after game number 1, huh? Going for the quick and dirty kill against Mei. Right. Yeah. That was an easy one. That was a good one. You get the stun, second follow-up, and then, of course, even moving in with the lurking arm. Problem is that Farlander went a little bit too deep, so they get punished for it too. Yep, Team SoundLess is not the only one who can get kills. And damn! Hydra! Oh my god! He was incredibly low here. They are super aggressive throughout the early game. I mean, look at the bot lane. Pretty much everywhere you look, there's action happening. And that's the problem, of course, that you have with the Zagara. If she gets targeted and attacked, then she dies very quickly. She doesn't have a lot of hit points. Even Falsa was trying to fly in to drop her. And this has always been the problem of Zagara. If you leave the hero to its own devices, then Zagara can be a huge pain in the ass, but at the same time, she is incredibly squishy and vulnerable, so if you are able to get a jump on her, then she's toast. And that's exactly what a lot of the... Oh my god, another kill against Mei. Okay, yeah, they got the camp, but I mean, they traded it for a kill. Really even. Yeah, so Zagara, she's gonna try and work around the vision, of course, thanks to the creep tumors everywhere. And also, you need to give her a little bit of an assist. Once that there's level 10, there's always a Divine Shield that you can use to keep her alive. But this is gonna be a kill-heavy game, at least from the looks of it. They're really going for it here. Now at the top lane, we have Sonya currently reigning supreme. Good old Rexa is coming over, the man with the mask. I'm Batman. So he comes in. We already got the Envenomed Spines in. We get the Hammer Gains for a little bit more lane sustain. Bot lane gets attacked now too. And they're going for the Nado again. And so far, Mei didn't really have an impact here. So top side, Stark is trying to go for it once more. But yep, not here. A little bit of a push still with the camp. And honestly, that thing is doing work. And Fawcett is in the meantime just simply moving through the lane and starting to take his stack. So he's sitting at 5 now. They need to deal with the creep spread a little bit at some point because that vision is just a bit too much. And as you can see, the birdie has to be careful because the cavalry is going to go for him in particular every time they can. Now, the top side has taken some damage, but they couldn't break through the wall or anything. So it's not like the fountain is exposed and in damage, but yeah. But yeah, they're going for mad-out aggression right from the get-go. Both of the teams are kind of known for their aggression. And I mean, since the beginning of Heroes of the Storm, there's always been the meme around of the Russian aggression. I guess that's true for esports as a whole and not only for Heroes of the Storm. But it is definitely true for this series. And they're coming in again for a kill against Farlander. Yeah, nearly got it too. Not quite though. Got close, but there's big control now in both of those temples, both of those shrines for Team SoundLess. And the spicy play up at the top as Sonya rotated back in. Hydra was waiting for it and gets the stun out against her. And has some extra damage. Misha goes down. Morenas has to recapture. In the middle, they're still playing it out with Tracer, who was trying to go for the Dragon Knight. But now the top shrine has been taken. And they're all over the place. I mean, they're all over the place right now. Bot lane, mid lane, top lane, between the lanes. It doesn't really matter. Wherever you can go for brawl, they're ready to rumble. And Tracer was low again. And she's not the only one. I mean, first of all, we see a kill against Stukov. Mei is down, but so is Uther. Double kill. And Tracer goes for the Dragon Knight, and she gets it. No skills ready for Morenas to simply barrel roll over and close the distance. Yeah, he went straight into the boomerang on level 7. It's a little bit weird with Fawcett right now, just in general. I mean, boomerang is still super nice, but boomerang is pretty like the old boomerang is pretty much baseline now. So you get some additional damage, and you also have the spell armor reduction. So it's not like so the talent is a bit different. But yeah, but it's still a little bit of a weird setup if you think about it, because Blizzard definitely changed fall stat quite a lot in the last patch. Dragon Knight with a bit of an ass kicking over here against Sylvanas, but Farlander has to back off eventually either way. The bottom of the map is getting attacked heavily as there's finally a bit of space for Zagara to do her thing. And she's trying to do exactly that. But there's always the flank attempt, potentially. That's why Uther is sitting at the side, making sure that nobody can sneak in and flank them, because, as we've seen before, that would be more or less the end of Zagara. 4 kills to 3, and, well, off we go. Okay, so, with the spear in, also skating away in the festering wounds. And, well, Tracer is coming in for another kill and gets dropped. So, yeah, so far Tracer didn't really have the best game. She's at 11,000 damage, which is quite a lot. She's behind Sonya, but still top damage for the blue team. The problem that she's pretty much has is that we see a lot of control against her. There's a lot of good connects that we now have from Team Arthas, and they're playing very well around the recall too. So that's 2 kills against Tracer, and honestly, she could have died a few more times. I mean, there were plenty of opportunities for the red team to get a kill where she barely was able to escape. Here's the level 10 ability, that's the Mighty Gust, and Leap! We're going for Leap again. The Ice Wall is in too. Uther's dead. Yeah, Uther's dead again. Kill after kill. Yeah, level 10 abilities on both sides now, and that's a Maw. Can be followed up with a Lurking Arm too. They go for the wall. Zagara! Not like this! But Nenopi gets out. Has to drop his Maw though, so it's a cooldown exchange here. top left, top right. The Bruiser camp still about to be claimed. And they really need to take their creep spread down. NanoP is doing a pretty good job just spreading creep everywhere he can, and is always forcing Lucio in particular to deal with all of that. So, yeah. Good job by Team Arthas to just try and keep it under control. The worst thing that can happen to you if you're playing against the Zagara is that she gets the entire map covered in creep and that nobody deals with it. Means perfect vision. It's pretty much a legal map hack. So, yeah, if you end up in that scenario, it's a disaster. Also disaster could be their push at the bot lane, because there's pretty much a double camp that is pushing with Sylvanas. So that is gonna hurt. Yep. Right now, this is a big problem. Because over here, 6 kills to 3. I mean, that wall is starting to fall. If you open up the bot lane and take the fountain down, then that's the dream. That's why the blue team is currently fielding this many heroes at the bottom of the map to make sure that doesn't happen and defend it. Yeah, but all the way up at the top, Sonya's retaking. Still has a leap here. Farlander's playing that out, but at the bottom of the map, they're still ongoing. Alright. Off we go. There's a bit more happening. Yes, they're going for Misha again. Lurking arm. Trade. Double more. Nemo gets out, but there's the wall. Straight in with the ice wall. No follow-up on the maw, therefore. But they're battling heavily about this. Oh, Sonya. Hello, baby. Yeah, a bit of a slappy slap from Stukov. And Tracer can now rotate into the middle. And if they are not retaking that bottom, this is going to be a channel on the Dragonite. They're getting it. Farlander is here. Has to maybe... but Sonya is too. And she connects it. Nice. Good spear. Good damage. A little bit of damage here too. In the meantime, Mei has fallen again. Mei is getting farmed a little bit. I mean, she is really getting farmed. So, right now... She died 4 times already. She's the only one that has died. I guess that's good news and bad news at once. Bad news is that the Dragonite is taken again. With the control of both of the shrines, they are able to lock him in once more. And now, of course, they can start to take the wall down in the middle. And they're creating the space for Zagara at the bottom of the map again. So this is starting to get nasty for Team Arthas. They are in a bit of a pickle right now. They're definitely losing ground. And there's a level 13 talent, which allows Stukov for the virulent reaction. And thanks to the setup that he has, it's good synergy with the lurking arm. Spec into 1 and 7. False set after the frequent flyer now with the sustained winds. Can call himself a fart a lot at this point. But yep, let's go. Bot lane, fountain is gone. And as I said earlier, that means that you're having a big problem on your sustain on lane. Yeah, Dragonite couldn't really do much more than that, so there's not... Oh, can they go for Farlander? Yeah, they got close. Yeah, but the sustain is gone. Just like, look at this. Spear plus 1 hit and NanoP is nearly dead. There's the Divine Shield. Maw is in. Sir Ice Cream is down. Uther is dead again. Good lurking arm. And... Oh, Lucio, the sound barrier is saving his own ass. Nice. Holy hell, that was close though. That was really, really close. And Farlander was actually thinking about following up and trying to get the kill. But yeah, they had to move into the middle for the fountain. 14 to 14. It's another clutch game here. Yeah, another clutch one. So with that, we're seeing them even trying to jump onto the camp on the left side, but it doesn't work out. Denado gets attacked and killed again. The leap into the back line as they're trying to go for Stuko, but even that doesn't work. And that, of course, also means that Stork is exposed and he dies. That's the entire front line gone. Team Arthas is losing ground quickly. I mean, technically, they're still ahead in kills, but these situations that are currently unfolding here are not really great. And with all the control that we're now having and all the time, that means that Zagara is also continuing the creep spread, as you can see. If you can't control her at all, then she is going to have an impact. They need someone to really try and take her down, and the double support is starting to make this a bit difficult. It's one of the reasons why this is currently successful, because the Divine Shield saved her multiple times now, and the double support helped to top her off. If that's not the case, then she just gets farmed here. Now, there's very few heroes that can really get to her. Sonya is one of the few with a good and well-targeted leap. But it's nasty. Really, really nasty. And now, of course, they are playing even more aggressive. I mean, they're really looking for an engage before level 16 hits. And they're diving deep for Hydra. Even Falstad flying in, and they're taking the kill. They're taking the kill, but they gotta be careful now too, because the Maw has already been dropped. Falstad is in a bit of trouble. There's the sound barrier, the wall to isolate them off even further. They kind of want to camp, but they don't know if they can get it, I suppose. Rest of the team is there. The leap on Zagara, and they get the kill against the birdie. Yeah, Tracer gets the damage, Farlander gets the heal, and they are starting to murder them, aren't they? So Ice Cream, though, he goes down, but they can get the counter kill, and they do more than that. Sylvanas and May are both dead. So is Sonya. Big kills, and it's a 5-man wipe, everybody. And this is another problem. Big push at the camp, but just look at this control. This was a bit of a Hail Mary move from Team Arthas, because they said, guys, we need to fight before the 16 is there. But of course, that fell apart quickly, and now it's entire level lead. And this keep at the bottom of the map, the camp alone takes it out. It's a nightmare. Keep is already gone. Another Dragonite cannot be taken. Hydra is going for it. Yep, this is a disaster. They're losing too much ground here. So now we have a fort down. We got a keep down. The Dragonite can move up to the top, take another fort apart. And they are just crushing. It was an aggressive move from Team Arthas. Exactly the kind of move that they are known for. And if it works, then you, of course, start to take the lead again. But if it backfires on you and your entire team gets wiped off the map, as you might imagine, not really a good look. 33,000 damage for Sonya. Top damage for Team Arthas. 37 for Tracer. And the fort at the top lane gets attacked once again. So here we go. Yeah, big damage and slows against the back line. And they go again for Stalk. The sound barrier and the gust. The tag team effort from Falstad and Lucio keep Sonya alive. But the fort is gone, and the Dragonite has rotated towards the middle to start and take the wall down slowly but steadily. Yeah, good effort from Team SoundLess so far. They are trying to tie the series. They're trying to win game number 2 so that they can head into the third map with an even score. But, well, they're starting to break through the wall, or at least attempting to. And let's go. 32 stacks by now for the birdie. They gotta do a little bit more than that. I mean, the gap in experience is so huge. Once that level 20 hits for Team SoundLess, they have a huge window where they can start pushing. Yeah, well, that didn't work either. So a bit of an attempt by Stalk to force the fight, but nope, ain't happening. Double Maw connects. Where's Stukov when you need him? There he is. Big plays and big kills. Yeah, that's the beauty right here. The Maw connects, and check it out. Well, you see the Maw connect in just a second, and then the Stukov follow-up is ready. Stukov following this up immediately with a virulent reaction, and they get a double kill, and now they're going to try and go for game. They move down towards the core. They don't even have level 20 yet, but I mean, why would they need it? Gust is already out. They can go for the kill here, and they even get Sylvanas. 3 catapults on the core, and it gets melted away. 14 minutes in, and Team SoundLess is about to take the victory in this second game here on Dragonshire. The series is tied. Nicely done. The blue team locks in the victory on map number 2. Game number 3, let's go with Team SoundLess. They showed up on map number 2 and brought it back. Nice effort there. As I said, Team Arthas, they kinda... I mean, I don't really want to... It's not like they threw anything, but they made a decision to die on the hard camp. They just said, okay, this is do or die. If it works out for us, we got the initial kill against Rexa. If we can control the map, and we get the camp, we get another kill with it, we can push the top, we can take the fort, we can snowball it a bit. And if not, then we have a problem. So they were totally willing to actually die on that hill. And well, die they did. So Team SoundLess from there on out, they just controlled every single thing. And it was pretty impressive. So well done by them. And deserved victory too. So now we're heading into our third map, and it's Towers of Doom, which makes this interesting because this is a map where Hydra played Vikings in the past, and he's always itching to play Vikings. So not sure if he can do that. If it gets banned on the third spot, for example, that's another one. But now we got Uther, Lucio banned out, Tracer after the last one. Medivh is open again. Medivh is again open. Oh boy. Even after game number 1 and how that went, Medivh is still there. But they are prioritizing Falstad. Time and time again. Alright. Birdie is in. Good hero against the Birdie would be Genji. Just saying. He was banned the last time in the 3rd position. But it was also partly because Uther was on the other side, so it's always more about combos. But even as an individual hero, Genji can do very well against Falstad. They go for another sniper combo, Nupurak and Stukov. So they want to dive in with a borrowed charge and then drop the lurking arm for the silence. They need damage behind it, but I don't think that's going to be a problem one way or another. So yeah, good setup already. Very aggressive that one too. Last chance before you head into the next ban. Are we gonna see a Medivh here? Because it's pretty much the same setup, right? There's Brightwing, okay, so another global, and Diablo. They have to ban Medivh now. If you have a Diablo already on the other side and now Medivh gets picked with a ley line, then you're just toast, and there it is. So they're forcing the ban on Medivh, and Team Arthas knew that, of course. With the heroes that they just picked, they knew that Medivh would get banned. It would be suicidal to not ban Medivh out in the 3rd position. Because if you pick him now, then first of all, the shield can shut down pretty much what you have with Nupurak and Stukov, and on top of that, you also have a ley line into Apocalypse. Here's the ban on Genji. Again, as I said, another good hero that you can use against Falstad. And, well, let's go. Because that is gonna be a little bit of a question mark. Hydra hasn't picked yet, guys. Guys, they are playing Vikings. They're playing Vikings. Zarya, Sylvanas, I mean, this is as strong as a 4-man can get for you to push. And what do you do with a strong 4-man? You pick Vikings and you soak the remaining 2 lanes. Team Arthas knows it. They know it too. They know that there's a very good chance that this is going to be a Vikings game. And Hydra is already sitting here and he is very happy about this. Finally he gets his Vikings pick. Chen and Tychus. And are we going to get them? Is he doing it? Ah, maybe not. It's not a quick pick on it. I mean, he's itching to play Vikings. He's always complaining that was banned out against him. There they are. The Viking setup. Alright guys, Towers of Doom. Let's go. Game number 3 in our Heroes of the Storm match. Team SoundLess against Team Arthas. It's Viking time again. Well, we know where they ended up this time. It is Towers of Doom, and Hydra gets to finally play his Vikings again. Olaf gets focused on the level 1 talent, and here we go. Hydra is playing TLV. We got Ice Scream on Nubarak, Nenopy on Sylvanas, Farland on Zarya, Shamzik on Stukov, Stork for Team Arthas is playing Chen the Panda, Limu on Tychus, Denado on Dibbles. We got Morenas on Falstad and Skilla on Brightwing. Now, again, if you're a little bit unfamiliar with how Vikings is supposed to be played, a lot of people think that you need to soak 3 lanes or something, and that's obviously total garbage. Normally, what you're trying to do with the Vikings composition, I mean, there's multiple ways how to do it, but the most common one is that you have a very strong 4-man that you're drafting, ideally a 4-man that can also threaten structure, so you want to have a Sylvanas in there, you want to have a Greymane in there, anything that can really do a lot of damage on the siege setup. And then you want to have a 4-man that has the sustain, of course, to push with 4 heroes through a lane. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. So you have a Zarya, she's very common in a setup like this. We got the Sylvanas in, and we got a Nubarak also for additional stuns. And they are going to set this up on the lane, and they're going to keep pushing that bot lane. And the job of the Vikings is to soak the remaining 2 lanes. That's all that they are supposed to do. They're supposed to make it really difficult for the opponent to set all of this up properly, and we'll see how exactly this is going to pan out, because right now this is just absolute bonkers. Denaro gets attacked here, damn, and he goes down. That's a disaster. If you're going up against Vikings and you're losing heroes at the beginning, then you are in real trouble. Damn, son. That's another one. Chen is dead. 2 kills to 0. And look, they're breaking the wall. This is the dream if you're playing a Vikings composition. They're going to try and speedrun this. Get full control. Get the bell towers as well. And it's going to be absolutely incredibly difficult to stop all of this. It's going to be crazy. Stopping this is not going to be easy. We got a bit of a different setup, by the way, for Tigers too. So in this case, we got Press the advantage as the level 1. Tigers goes for the increased range. And on top of that, the Vikings are now controlling the top side. We got the speed bubble in for Zarya. They play around the camps a little bit. On top of it, we now also got the bed of barbs, so even more zone control that we're going to get through him. And they're going for the push at the top. And this is a 5 versus 4, but the Vikings are pushing in the meantime. And the biggest problem would be if the the red team is now also losing the fight. And they do. Diablo down, Falstad is down. That's insane. I mean, damn. They are losing way too much. Oh my god, they lost 3 heroes in that encounter. Guys, it's 5 kills to 0. And look at the pumpkins coming in. That's an easy bell tower conversion. Super easily. I mean, what the hell? They are leading. It's a 3-level lead. It's a fucking 3-level lead 2.5 minutes into the game. I mean, are you kidding? They got the first point connected on the core before the first objective spawns. Like, what the hell? Before the first objective even spawned, they already took a point of the core. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Oh my god, Stork is in trouble again. Top left, top right, they're on the channel. Wow. I mean, 2 levels ahead, talent ahead, Denado's getting bullied. And they're gonna go for another Dibbles kill. They nearly got it too. They have already channeled 2 of the altars and they're channeling a 3rd. Holy shit. 24 points to 40. They just took 15 points off the core because they already had a bell tower converted. Oh my god. Hydra is having the time of his life right now. Just sitting there, soaking the lanes, allowing the team to bully the opponent. I mean, they're taking another bell tower and the red team is busy trying to reclaim the bottom of the map. And they're slower. They're even slower than the 4-man in the middle. This is insanity. This is crazy. Outdrafted, baby. Yeah, they definitely murdered them. I really don't think that the red team saw that coming. Honestly, there's a lot of teams that just use the Vikings ban to be safe, and you can now tell why. This is exactly the reason why so many teams just standard ban Vikings on this map against Team SoundLess. Exactly for that reason. And with the draft that was set up, they just never saw it coming. And look at what's happening right now. They were trying to go to the top lane to maybe even get a kill, but now we're seeing the bottom bell tower recaptured. In the middle, this one hasn't been taken yet either. It's a 2-level lead, 5 kills to 0. They're having full control. The camps are back up. Sylvanas is already on it. Another altar is spawning. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Guess they're gonna have a 2-level lead around level 10. Like, what? This could be the biggest ass-kicking that I've ever seen on Towers of Doom outside of Europe beating North America with a 40-0. This could be another 40-0. At this point, if you're Team Arthas, the only thing that you want to do is at least channel 1 altar. That's the only thing that you want to do. Talking about channeling altars, guess what Hydra is doing? Yeah, and there's even pumpkins making it through. Another 5 shots fired. We are 5.5 minutes in and they're down to 16 points. 16 points! 6 kills to 0. The level 10 abilities are in. That's a 2-level lead. Is it? What? Combat Tactician following up, of course, with the build that they're using here. But they are crushing that bot lane. And I have no idea how Team Arthas is going to try to come back. I mean, the only thing they honestly can do is try and stop the bleeding for now. Play it slow, play it safe, get to level 10. And once that you're at level 10, you're just trying to play around heroic abilities. But up to that point, they're going to get bullied 6 days to Sunday. You can see it here in the middle of the map. The Vikings are chipping in now too. And what are you going to do if you're Team Arthas? If Sylvanas comes in with another mind control, you're losing another hero. So that's another bell tower taken. They can now go down to the bottom, trying to recapture that. They got their level 10, and finally maybe an opportunity to fight back. With level 10, they might have a chance. But yeah, of course, as a move to the boss, what else are you going to do? Which means that they're going to be down to 10 points on the core. 10 points after 6.5 minutes. Yeah, a little bit of a top kick play attempt. Spoiler alert, didn't work. So now instead, we're gonna see the shots fired 10 to 40. And the bottom bell tower has at least been recaptured. They're working in the middle. This is just bananas. Oh, Chen! Chen! Well, maybe now? Nope, the Apocalypse doesn't do anything either. And Diablo is dead again. They isolated him once more with the Zarya ult and they're dropping him. And the Vikings are getting in position for the channel. Guys, this is game. If they get both of them, it's game. If they get both of the channel, it's game. And they're channeling. It's game before the 10-minute mark. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? 40 to 0. 7.5 minutes. That's the lead for Team SoundLess. What the hell? Insane. Game 4. Game 4. Guys, also for everybody that watches this on YouTube, like, I'm shocked for more than one reason. First of all, I haven't seen a 40 to 0 in years, especially not on this level. And a 7.5 minute game, and we're coming out of the game, and I'm realizing all of a sudden in the live stream that that was not the craziest thing that happened in that time frame, because while this happened, Fate Envisioned played God mode and went completely bonkers on Twitch, dropped 100 gifted subs and 10,000 gifted bits. I mean, insanity in Heroes of the Storm, in the series, and also in the Twitch chat. So also here, for everybody that watches it on YouTube, be reminded that Fate Vision is a god, and apparently a very generous one. So thank you very much for that too. And, of course, the games that we're seeing today are also kind of bananas, because, holy hell. 40 to 0 in 7.5 minutes. Damn! Well, we're heading straight into a Stukov ban this time, because they are done with this shit. These Varian and Nubarak lockdowns with a follow-up on the Lurking Arm, they are not having any of it. We get the Malfurion and Tracer, so they're looking at Dragonshire and they're saying like, hey, we want a Dragonshire, that Malfurion and Tracer setup is pretty solid, so let's go for it again. And, well, we still got a couple of heroes that are, of course, open. Chromie is in. So we're going full Weep mode over here. Let's go. And, yep, the Chromestar. But guys, this could be the final one in the series, and boy did we have a match so far. Denado coming in with the Varian pick. So they're going to go for the Taunt, they're going to go for Brightwing, and they're coming in with Chromie on top of that for the extra damage and trying to solidify the burst here. Cassia banned. And what else are we gonna get now? Come on, boys. Let's go for ban number 3. And honestly, it's not an easy ban either, because you already go up against the Malfurion Tracer setup. Frontline is something that you could get rid of, and Nubarak is of course also a really good setup to allow Malfurion to follow up with the root and then get even more damage in. So they're trying to make sure that... Also Cocoon of course is a problem, so they're trying to shut all of those aspects down. But even if you go for Diablo, Johanna, great picks here. There's a lot of other stuff that we've seen here. You can still go for like a May if you want even, but Dibbles for example would be great here too. They go for Maiev and for Diva right off the bat. Okay. And on the other side, the idea, of course, for the team in red is now to force game number 5. I mean, you're really just like trying to force the 5th game and do what you can in this setup, but whew. That beating in game number 3 is going to be difficult to shake. Yeah, crazy. Crazy! What a day. Well... Deathwing and Urel. Chromie, the only rage damage dealer. Yeah. And last pick for NOP. The Maiev and Diva comp up at the front, but what is Nanopi gonna get? Are they gonna swap heroes around a little bit? We've seen a couple of those setups where you're just trying to go for a bit of a bruiser front line. And there's Zagara again. Damn! They're doing it again! They played it on Dragonshire and they're playing it again. Zagara in once more. Can Team Arthas lock her down this time? Or is Team SoundLess really gonna take this with a 3-1 victory? With a 40-0 on Towers of Doom and playing Zagara twice. We're going to find out right now on Infernal Shrines. Game number 4. Let's go. For a second I was just like thinking, wait, are we in game number 4? Is this game number 5? It's like, no, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Or maybe I am. We'll see. Is the Zagara combo successful again? Hydra on Diva. We got Shamzik on Malfurion, Farland on Tracer, Ninopi on Zagara, and Sir Ice Cream is playing Maiev. On the right side of the map, Team Arthas, they need to bring this back with Stalk on Urel, Killer on Brightwing, Limu on Deathwing, we got Morenas on Chromie, and Denado on Varian. Every single time I see Chromie, I have to think about like all the weep stuff, and then I'm immediately ending up with the animes again. I actually started watching Hunter x Hunter. Have kind of missed out on that a little bit. I've been catching up on like Dragon Slayer, Attack on Titan, and a couple of the other animes out there, Jujutsu Kaisen and all this stuff, but yeah, lately it's really nice if you're into anime. It's a lot of fun. But the one bad thing is that once that you caught up, you have to wait ages until anything is released here. Which is what drove me to anime in the first place, because all of the series that I'm watching are currently in the season break. So yeah, problems that probably everybody is familiar with that likes to watch all that stuff. Anyways, there's already a little bit of engage, and Chromie is dead, but so is Tracer. So they go for a trade on the damage dealers. One down on each side. Easy peasy. Level 1, by the way, with the overpower over here. And off we go. We got our damage dealers toasted. The fake dragon has been eliminated. The real one is still alive and kicking. And now it's time to go again for not only the camps, but also try and establish a little bit of vision on the map with the help of the creep tumors. And they have a fair amount of vision thanks to that, and they see the problem coming. So they need to rotate someone else over to help out, or they have to give the Khazra camp up. And it is Farlander who's already on the way right here. So off we go. Top side, Urel still alone. Down here, a little bit of a terror from Deathwing, as he's going to try to burn the camp away. Nobody has taken it yet, by the way. Normally at level 1, at the 1 minute mark, you see the teams immediately jump onto the camps, trying to catch them, trying to take them. But yeah, not really. Not this time. The left and right camp are still both up, since both of them were hoping to secure the one at the bottom of the map first, which so far hasn't really worked out, but now we finally get it. Team SoundLess is the team that walks away with it. And on level 4, we now get the envenomed spines again. So a little bit more on that setup. Camps can still be taken on the left and the right. Nobody seems to be going for an aggressive invade. Instead, the taunt is now finally up, and that is going to allow Varian to do some work. And one of our problems is, of course, still the same. When does Zagara work? Zagara works if you can't get to her, if she can stay safe. What happened on Dragonshire? They played a double support with the Divine Shield on Uther, and they made sure that she didn't die. Talking about dying. Stalk got away, damn! Good job, son. I would have not bet a single cent on Urel in that engage, but nicely done. Brightwing and Urel both working tag team style to make sure that the Space Goat is alive. But coming back to Zagara, generally she's a pretty bad pick, because she's squishy, she really needs a proper setup. But they've been done fairly well, because they either kept her alive with a double support and even a Divine Shield. They made sure that the opponent couldn't get a hero that was mobile enough to jump on her, with bans against Genji and others, picking her last, just when all of those heroes are already off the table. And now in game number 4, it's a similar setup, because they are playing Tracer, there's no Genji on the other side, there's no real engage hero that can drop on Zagara and do work. Now she gets flanked by Varian, then of course she's going to be in a huge amount of trouble. But at this point, they're just keeping her away from the fight at the top completely and have her at the bot lane going up against Urel. So it's an interesting setup for them for sure. Explosion at the top creates a bit of space as both of the teams fight over the first objective. Punisher number 1 over here. And at the bottom of the map, yeah, Urel has to deal with Zagara and is not really too happy about it, I can tell you that much at least. Never easy as a melee to go up against range damage. And Urel can always push the lane out and then rotate into the middle for the extra experience. You want to have a level 7 first. But if Zagara makes it towards the structures, she's going to burn them down very, very quickly. And that's the big problem here. But yeah, top side, Team SoundLess, they're doing a great job on the objective too. It looks like the first Punisher is going to go over to them. Question is, can they get a kill here? And it doesn't seem like it because D.Va... Oh, Deathwing is in trouble too, and Deathwing is down. Deathwing is down. Cavalry Chase... Oh, is that a second one? Can they go for the Nano? They try, and they cannot drop him. But now there's the move for the wall, and boy, is this a problem. Zagara is rotating between the lanes and is doing a fair amount of damage with the push power that she has. The wall is gone. They're coming in. The tether connects. They want to go for the kill. Denado tries to turn it on D.Va, and they are successful in dropping the pilot. Nicely done. But it's still a level lead that we already have for Team SoundLess. Chromie goes down to Tracer dies though as she dove deep for the kill, but the fort is gone and so is Varian. Big fights all over the place. What the hell is this? Kill after kill after kill. What on earth is going on here? Check this shit out. Everybody's dead and dying. Chromie dead, Tracer dying. They're jumping on Malfurion, but it's the end of Varian. Deathwing flying back out. I mean, it's 8 kills already. We're 5 minutes in. Level 10 is in here too. What is it? This series is everything we expected from the two Russian-Ukrainian teams going up against each other. Isn't that exactly what you expected? Seeing Team SoundLess and Team Arthas fight off against each other, both of them being aggressive every time they show up for a Masters Clash match. And yeah, it's fireworks. Absolute fireworks. Another kill against Urel. Deathwing is turned into Deadwing once again. Gets dropped by Malfurion. And here comes our little battle with Tracer. Trying to go for Chromie, and he is going way too deep. Gets dropped. 7 kills to 4. Still a 1 level lead. Top 4 down. Bottom wall gone. It's just bananas. Level 10 abilities on already, but they're still trying to steal the campus away here. And yeah, it's party time. Damage output. Zagara is sitting at 42,000 siege damage. D.Va is a little bit ahead with the 45k. 19,000 damage for Tracer, but she also died 3 times. She's really going deep in these cases. Yeah, they try to go for Sir Ice Cream. They might be able to even get that. I mean, he's playing main tank Maiev, basically. And Urel, she's isolating Hydra again, and that could be another kill against the pilot. It should be. Yeah, no way. Goodbye, D.Va. So, Team Arthas, they are doing what they can with another big taunt against Shamzik. Oh my god. That was nearly a kill, but it's Deadwing dying once more. We are 7 minutes into the game, and we already have 13 kills. Just saying. 13 kills. It's just an all-out brawl. Honestly, if this was any kind of cage fight, you would see 2 boxes in there. Not going for any defensive moves, giving up on defense completely and just going blow for blow. Who drops first? It's just it's really just hit after hit. Trying to see, do you know these Russian crazy like strongman thingies where they stand at the table and they just slap it at each other? You've ever seen that shit? When you just have like 2 like huge blokes just sitting there and you just like slap the other one, and who pretty much like who falls first loses. You just like stand there and they're just slapping the shit out of each other without any kind of defense, and you just see who can like sustain all of that damage the longest. That's what we're watching. That's exactly what we're watching. That's the esports version of that. It's just blow for blow, kill for kill. And the question is, who breaks first? That's exactly what's happening here. Now push straight through the middle again. Off we go. They want to go for Urel, but they save her this time. And it's level 13 that they already have. Oh my god. The slapperinos over here, everywhere. Exactly like that. Hit after hit. Now, we're looking for the next objective, and there's a lead already for Team SoundLess as they're fighting over the Frozen Punisher. But the blue team, they're trying to establish the position again. And Farlander is going for Deathwing. They're starting to go straight in for it. Farlander, careful! Alright, gets a heal from Malfurion. He desperately needed this one. But here we go. There's another quick play being made. Maybe no! The tether! Oh, the taunt! Right wing trying to save them. The explosion against Dog and survives through it. But Hydra, the pilot, is on the run and might even survive this. The problem is that Malfurion very likely won't. Oh my god, he gets away. You gotta be kidding me. And down here, it's apparently the corridor of death. There's the first kill. Chromie is dead. So I scream. Everybody's jumping in. Deathwing dead. And they're going for the rest of them too. What a slaughter. These games. That's another 4 kills against the red team. And they're just falling apart here. It's 12 kills to 5. They just all agree to jump into the corridor and go for the maximum damage. 17 kills now in this game. And it's the blue team that starts to pull ahead further and further and further. They had the level 13 talent advantage during the last fight. Now they can go for the objective. The fort at the bot lane has been taken down. Team SoundLess, everybody. Big plays. Big plays right now. They're taking the lead, and the only thing really that can bring Team Arthas back is a big team fight. Now, maybe Team SoundLess is being a bit too aggressive here, because they're trying to go for everything. They're trying to go for the objective, for the camp, whatever they can. And they are willing to fight for it. They're willing to fight for the camp. Shamzik is about to get at least the Punisher for them. But here comes the jump onto Hydra, and Hydra's on the run. He makes it out, though, apparently. Frozen Punisher's there, and now they gotta back off. Frozen Punisher's already here. If he is jumping on anybody on Team Arthas, then there's a chance for another follow-up kill. And they're gonna look for that. But, yep, here we go. There's the Ice Cream again doing his thing. And in we go. The wall at the bot lane is going to fall. The question is, how much more can they do? They want that keep. They really do. And they got level 16 any second now. That means there's a huge talent lead that they're running. And together with that, they should have an easy time at least taking the keep here. But of course, in an ideal world, they would even love to get more. Maybe a kill or two and then go for core. And they're already attacking Stalk here. Damage output 35,000 for Zagara and for Tracer. And that Zagara is working so well for them. Again, there's nobody that can get to Zagara. That's the problem. Zagara has huge issues in competitive play. But if you get a draft like this, and nobody gets even close to her, then you can make your plays. Now, 12 kills to 5, level 16, bottom keep is down. They're playing it safe here. But Team SoundLess is really doing work now. Camp after camp gets taken. Next objective is going to spawn in the middle of the map. Tracer is now already zipping around here. And they're still starting to push this. A little bit further, a little bit more aggression. Trying to go for the play. Last remaining fort on the side of the red team is what they have on the agenda now. Yeah, and they're pushing them back. You don't want to go up against the level 16. I mean, the only chance for Team Arthas, honestly, is still a team fight victory. And for that, you want to have even talents. It's pretty much what they need to do. Get the even talents and then play around it. Soak half a level. The problem is that while you're soaking half that level, you're giving up more or less the map. So the fort has been taken. The camp can be claimed. Team SoundLess is pretty much just stealing everything. They're coming in and they're taking all of it. They're taking every single camp that they can find and they're looking for kills. And that timeout, clutch. Can't lose anybody now. But here's a level 16, so they're going to get it in just a moment. And Dinato's already waiting in the wings here. He's just saying like, hey, let's kill Zagara. Yeah, that's the problem. Right there. If they can get damage connected, she's likely toast. But it's not enough. There's the heal already and Maiev jumped into the back line to try and create some space. Of course, also meaning that she kinda went a little bit deep here, but they're not getting punished. The Maw doesn't really hit anything. It's a zoning Maw. Blocks their path. No follow-up. But this is the one opportunity now that Team Arthas has to bring this back. I mean, this is honestly the one remaining chance. Play around the level 16 talent now that they just locked in. And try and make your plays. Camps are still taken. Farlander is taking a Khaldor camp at the bottom. Over here we got another one. And the red team is playing aggressive now. They know that they have to move out on the map. They have to find a kill somewhere. And they have to just simply go for it and say, okay guys, let's take it. And we'll see if they can make it happen. Because if not, then they're likely going to lose this one. And then Team SoundLess takes over. But, yep. Third Playday so far going very, very well for the blue team. But this isn't over yet, and we've seen a couple of insane comebacks in this series already. But now that the Shrine is activating, it's all about that big fight. 60 versus 60. Look how they set the lanes up. There's camps pushing in everywhere, and they're starting to threaten the core a little bit too. So yeah, Tracer's already doing some work. Brightwing, and that's a kill. Brightwing is down. Brightwing down, there's the jump on the objective, and up at the top they're going for the keep. Tracer's going for the core. This is checkmate. This is checkmate. They can't cover all the bases, not with Brightwing being dead. Zagara, Chromie is dead, Zagara is down, but the core is losing hit points. The keep at the top is also falling, and they're gonna go for it. The keep is about to go down, the core is getting dropped. Nobody can Hearthstone back. Everybody is getting interrupted over here. Another kill against Urel. The core is down, and that is a 3-1 victory for Team SoundLess against Team Arthas in this Heroes of the Storm best of 5 at the Masters Clash.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.